Hey guys, how's it going? It's Jesse, the Couch Movie Critic, and once again we are back in the kitchen, and today we're going to be doing a review on a new set of Funko Pops that got in. If you watch channels, and I've been talking about these for a bit, it is the new Hocus Pocus Pops, the Spirit exclusive Pops. They just arrived, and I want to go ahead and share them with you guys. This is part of the 3-pack order. A lot of people are on the misconception that it was a box with all three of them together. It was never that. It was just the three of them shipping together as one shipment. Now, I do want to point out one thing to each and every one of you at the beginning of this video. The people at Spirit, man, they've got a lot to do when it comes to stepping up their game and packing and the pops. As you can tell, this box is literally just large enough to hold the 3 pops. Zero packing, zero padding, just the way you see it. And I can tell you right now, you'll see them as I'm doing the reviews. Pretty much each and every one of them has some kind of damage. So if you're out there listening, Spirits, just like Hot Topic did it, just like GameStop did it, you guys need to step up your game. This is bad for the collectors. I'm not super crazy about, my boxes having to be perfect, but this is just kind of ridiculous. Well, either way, let's go ahead. We're going to get to it. We're going to go ahead and start our reviews. As always, you guys, I appreciate you guys watching the videos, and I want to thank each and every one of you. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Let's go ahead and get started. So for this video, we're going to be doing a review of the Mary Sanderson, aka Captain and Jimmy. One of the funnier sisters. Not quite my favorite, but one of the funnier ones. She has a whole thing where she's bordering on being a dog person. And it's quite cute. If you haven't seen the film, get to it. Let's go ahead and let's get to the review. Okay, so right here we've got the top of the Mary Sanderson pop. Got a great the 3/4 eye view. Really love the highlighting of her hair, the alternate color that interweaves to it. I got to be honest with you, I never, watching the film, it's kind of tough to see it. See in the pop, you get actually a lot more of a detailed view of her head. Got the pop logo right here because, again, it's just a pop. It doesn't have the Disney or anything. With the Disney ones, it's usually indicated by what film they're out of or show. Funko.com. Let's go ahead and move on over to the front. The front, it's got this great purple haze background. It's kind of like the cloud over the town. You'll see it when we look at the background. I talked about it a little bit on the, the Winifred Sanders pop review. It's definitely cool. I dig it. I dug the simplicity, and I just like the color purple on the tones. Got the pop logo here. We've got here kind of an homage to the Hocus Pocus logo itself, but it actually says from the movie Disney's Hocus Pocus. Kind of hard to see. It's a little tiny print, but there it is. This is number 435, while Sarah Sanderson is 434, and then the oldest sister, my favorite, Winifred, she is number 433. We've got the great quarter view here of her, Mary Sanderson, and I mentioned this with the Winifred, and I'm going to mention it again. I love these pops. They've got great detail on them. I mean, from the earrings on so far the 2 that I've reviewed, they just fantastic detailing, down to the mole, down to even the paint and the clothing and everything. What I love about these 2, if you notice, and you'll see it with all 3 of them, they have the way they flew after their broomsticks were initially stolen in the film. If you don't know what I'm talking about, watch the film. You'll get it. It's very, very cool. I love too, they have the purple insert in the background that just kind of accentuates the purple tones to the film. On the side, we got a standard pop logo here. We've got the Mary Sanderson, and then again the order I view, and a great side profile. Again, I mentioned this earlier with the way Spirit does their packing. They, she's got creases right here. She was face down. We've got some denting along the sides here and on the back as well. For me, again, I'm not too crazy about the boxes. If they're wrecked, I will be mad. But this isn't too bad. But if you're one of those inbox collectors, I've said this in the Winifred Sanders video, I will probably say it again in the Sarah Sanderson video, you're probably better off going to a Spirit Halloween store to pick this one up, just so you can get a perfect box. If you're out of box or you're not a perfectionist for box, it doesn't really matter. The artwork on the back is fantastic. We got the half view of her. The detailing, I mean, it's perfect. The drawing is literally what's translating over to the figure, like always. Got the pop logo from the movie Disney Hocus Pocus, 435, and the 3 sisters right there with the Funko.com info there and the Disney.com on the bottom. On the side, as everybody knows, my favorite side of the box, the art side. It's got that great view of the sky, which, again, as I mentioned earlier, It's actually part of a scene from the film where you see the town and these really purple clouds, and you see it there in the background. It's just translated over here again, like they're almost in flight, which makes sense because each one of them has their flying apparatus. Got the Pop logo on the top, her name, Mary Anderson, and number 435, and just a great drawing of Kathy and Jimmy as Mary Anderson. Absolutely adore this one. On the bottom, we've got the more traditional Funko Pop bottoms. We got again the printed date coding system right there. We've got all the standard warnings, information, barcodes, and whatnot. Just the usual. Still very interesting that I'm starting to see these printed. I'm starting to see them as stickers for the date coding, and I'm even seeing them now embossed in the boxes. But a very, very cool pop. She's great. You know, this was, again, for my wife and for my daughter, but I'm a fan of Disney just like they are, and these are just such a cool set of pops all together, and just really, really digging these. Well, let's go ahead and let's get this whole thing wrapped up. Well, there you go, guys. Well, that's the review of the Mary Sanderson from Disney's Hocus Pocus. Her pop, a.k.a. Captain Jimmy. Great, great character. Loved in the film, the whole dog thing. I'm a dog guy. Well, I love dogs. I love cats as well, but dogs are my favorites, and I just love the way she acted and behaved. My favorite still is Winifred, but she's just a great one of the sisters as well, too. Great pop. Fantastic detailing. You know, these, again, I ordered these for my wife and my daughter, and I just can't get my brain around how much detail they put into them. I mean, really, really, they captured the essence of their costumes. If you're a fan of Hocus Pocus, I definitely recommend going out and get one. If you're a fan of the character Mary Sanders, out of the three, definitely get your hands on one. If, though, you are an inbox collector and it's all about the perfect box, I would recommend getting out to Spirit Halloween store if you can, just because, as you're seeing in each of the reviews, they were damaged because Spirit did a piss poor packing job. I hate to say it that way, but it's the reality. Again, for me, not a big deal. They're still great pops, but for some of you guys out there, you definitely want to protect yourself. As always, guys, I want to thank you for watching the videos. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and have a great night.